Hello, good day, everybody. This is your host, Clip, by the host of Clip Sportsbook, coming to you live right here, Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies, I'll get you guys the breaking news that Aaron Rodgers has returned to camp, by the way, to the Packers. Camp, by the way, something that's a little unexpected. Simone Biles withdraws from USA Gymnastics, by the way, and from Tokyo Olympics because of an injury and for mental health issues. Get you guys that what can mean for her. I'll tell you guys about the fact that, let's see, Jonas Valanciunas got traded to the Pelicans, by the way. Get you guys the fact that American softball, women's softball just lost to Japan, by the way, not looking good there. Cade Cunningham, the projected number 1 pick, he signed with a multi offer with Nike. Get you guys the fact that Caleb Dressel finished second place, the fastest qualifier in 100-meter freestyle, and many other details and many other more news to come on that note. So that'll be all the news I have right to add. Also, concerning news of Oklahoma and Texas, by the way, going to the SEC. That's all there's for that. First things first, I remember something's on with the fact that the breaking news here that Aaron Rodgers has returned to mini camp. Has returned to camp, by the way, for the Packers, and he is on the brink of signing an offer. As you know, guys, now he can avoid the $50K fine. He could be fined he could be fined $93K plus for missing training camp and mini camps and OTAs. He could also avoid the final year of the of his 2020 offer, by the way. So honestly, Aaron Rodgers, this is all just months after Aaron Rodgers says he won out the Packers, after saying that he's not going to win a title with the Packers anymore, after turning down the 2-year extension offer, after hosting Jeopardy, playing spoil hosting Jeopardy. The next thing you know it, him and Bryson DeChambeau take out Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson in golf and charity golf. Now, next thing you know it, and then he tells people he's going to come back. So now, he's come back to the Packers in camp, by the way. And he did go to the code protocols as well. So, explain to me right now why Aaron Rodgers, of him of all people, returns to camp without saying a word. So what are his teammates really thinking right now? What does management really think? And honestly, I'll tell you this right now. This may be the final year. Well, if Aaron Rodgers does in fact sign that extension offer for sure. Now he did turn it to extension offer last week, so there could be a new offer looming in. So this is the Packers management baiting Aaron Rodgers to come back. So clearly we need to ask ourselves, what made Aaron Rodgers come back? What did? Everyone wants to know. Why did Aaron Rodgers come back when months of him having to win out the Packers, and sure there was speculation of him having to be traded or having him retire. So what do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to do? Was he going to take the green pill by having to come back to the Packers, and then just get traded somewhere, or just get traded somewhere and end his career there, or simply take the yellow pill by having to retire? So clearly Aaron Rodgers took the green pill by having to come back to the Packers at training camp, by the way. So honestly, I don't see why this is. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So Aaron Rodgers probably lied to everybody. He lied to himself. He lied to the fans. Yes, he's a 3-time MVP. We all know this. And yeah, sure, he was vacationing. He went to a couple's vacay with his fiancee, Shailene Woodley. Then, Miles Teller and his wife were there as well. But clearly, something needs to be said here. Why exactly would Aaron Rodgers come back without telling anybody? Why? So he gets signed an extension offer as much as he wants, but clearly management is they're just baiting him to come back. That's all they're doing. Because they're playing with fire. That's all they've done. So the management convinced Aaron Rodgers to come back? That's a request all you guys got to ask. Or just feel like doing, or it's all just a big fat lie. So let me know in the comments what you thought to Aaron Rodgers come back to training camp, by the way, and let me know if you think he's coming back to the Packers and potentially ending his career there for sure, potentially getting another Super Bowl in his hands before he ends his career. Then next thing you know it, he's only like 37, by the way. So what are your thoughts about this, everybody? What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers coming back for training camp? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely address my share, buddy. All right, moving to some other news, other breaking news here that Simone Biles has withdrawn from Tokyo Olympics, USA Gymnastics, as she fell awkwardly and vaulting, by the way. She jumped Tokyo Olympics because of an injury, and because she has mental health issues, because of the mental health issue. So this is just sad, though. My thoughts and prayers go to Simone Biles, all of her family members, all of her fans, all her viewers. Hope she gets the help that she needs, because this is just, a little bit uncalled for. So honestly, I don't see why this is. And there's a lot to be said here, but I do think that Simone Biles should just, get the help that she needs, get some treatment. She may have suffered an injury, but hope she comes back. I don't know. She's with John Tokyo Olympics, by the way, and that had Russia, winning the gold medals. Simone Biles is arguably one of the Olympic goats in history, but now she had to withdraw from an injury and from medical health issue. This is trouble for gymnastics. So I'm just ashamed of this. It's just sad, though, seeing a former Olympic gold medalist and Simone Biles just have her career just end up in shambles because of an injury, and she felt awkwardly. So my thoughts and prayers go out to her. I wish her, a bit of a speedy recovery. I hope she gets through this, and she wants to have an interview. So honestly, it's just not looking good for her. Really not looking good. So hopefully she's okay, and that's all I can say on that. Also, some other news, by the way. Jonas Valanciunas has been traded to the Pels for Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe, and 2 future first-round picks, including a 10th overall pick in this Thursday's NBA draft. The NBA draft. Now, the NBA draft, they get a 17th pick as well. The Pels, they get a 2020 first-round pick, a protected pick in the trade, by the way. The Grizz and the Pels, they exchanged second picks in this Thursday's NBA draft, by the way. So, big move right there. What's going to do for CB3? That's a big question you got to ask yourselves, everybody. Now, CB3, we don't know if he's going to win out. We don't know for sure. So, we never know for sure. So, he could come back as much as he wants. That's all I can say. Also, some other news I want to get into, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of you guys know that Cade Cunningham has signed a multi-year offer with Nike, by the way, so he could be projected no one picked before this Thursday's NBA draft. So hopefully that suits right there. That's all these you know. So once again, everybody, Cade Cunningham has signed a multi-year offer with Nike, so big move for him right there. Also, some others I want to get into, by the way, that the American USA women's softball team has just lost to Japan 2-1, not looking good there, or 2-0. So I'm ashamed of that, and it's just not looking good there. So hopefully they'll come back. That's all I can say. That's disappointing. Also, some other news that U.S. women's b-ball, they defeated Nigeria 81-72. Big congrats to them on that. Also, Osaka just lost to in the third round in Tokyo Olympics against Marketa Vondrousova, by the way, in the U.S. women in tennis, by the way. So that's a big loss right there. Also, some other news that April Ross and Alix Klineman, they have defeated Spain yesterday. They defeated Spain yesterday in beach volleyball. Big congrats to them on that note. Also, this that Carissa Moore, she wins the U.S. Women's Surfing Champ. So big congrats to her on that note. Also, Delante Tiger Johnson has got a big win in U.S. boxing. So big congrats to him, U.S. Olympic boxing. So big congrats to him in that in Tokyo Olympics. So he moves on to the next round in the welterweight qualifying match. So he'll go on to the next round. Big congrats to him on that note. Hopefully he makes the cut for the zone boxing. I know he's got some fast, and you should check him out. So he just roared his way to qualify. That's all there is I got to say on that. Also, U.S. Women's Volleyball, they defeated China 2-0. Big congrats to them on that. Also, other news that Caleb Dressel finished second fastest qualifying 100-meter freestyle. So big congrats to him on that note. So he tied second place. Also, Kayla Decky, she came back. She did pretty well. She's looking to get a rematch against Ariarne Titmus, by the way. So big congrats. So that's all there's. Also, another news that Oklahoma and Texas. Sorry, guys. Oklahoma and Texas, by the way, they asked the SEC for an invite membership towards the SEC. They asked the SEC for an invite membership. By the way, that starts July 1st, 2025. So I'm honestly I'm not sure what you make of that. How reaction responses are. That's all there's need to know on that, everybody. So that's all there's need to know. Also, another news that Kenny Moore, who plays for the Colts, he went to ride a training camp with a IndyCar driver, Patricio Pato Ward. His driver, Patricio Pato, by the way, he drove that Indy car, and he ran the style to Colts minicamp. So big move right there. So it's amazing. It's all the best news you got there. Also, in other news, by the way, want to wish also the others that Jordan Grace, she breaks three records, by the way, national records to all 3 lifts, squat, bench press, and deadlift. So big rest on that. Also, some other news I want to point out, by the way. One shout brothers out to the game, the King of Kings, and the Cerebral Assassin, DX member Triple H. By the way, shout out to Maya Rudolph, Julian McMahon. You got Vicolai, Costa Warda, Taylor Schilling, Christopher Deere, A-Rod, Peggy Fleming Jenkins, Young Dove, Tory Lanes, Vinny Harlow, Dolph Ziggler, Indiana Evans, Jordan Spieth, Simon. You got Fario McEldoom. So some of your birthday wishes, shout out Sweet Sweat Please Shoot, do so on everybody, and that's all the news you need to know on everybody. So that's all there is to it you need to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that would do right there for the Clue That Was Sports Board. Please be sure you always like to subscribe to the Clue That Was Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure you send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts, your responses on, your responses, your tweets, your comments, and your responses on Jordan Grace breaking all 3 records in the deadlift. By the way, talked about that. Let me know the comments about that. He does a Carissa Moore win for being the first U.S. women to winning the women's surfing title. Let me know about the comments. I'll address them on share, buddy. What do you thoughts on Aaron Rodgers' return to camp? By the way, you think Aaron Rodgers is lying to himself, lying to the fans? By the way, and he could be on the brink of signing a new offer on his hands, which he could, by the way. So let me know in the comments what you thought about that. You think this is gonna be the last Aaron Rodgers you're ever gonna see in the Packers? By the way, you think he's ever gonna get another title in his hands before he ends his career? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely just respond to share. Or you think it's gonna change his mind by trying to get traded? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely just about share, buddy. And honestly, that's all there's. Say those praise out to Simone Biles. She was injured and had a medical issue in the pole vaulting, by the way. And honestly, there's some really awful news there. So you just hate to see it. So thoughts praise out to her, all of her family members, all of her fans, all of her viewers, her teammates. And that's all there is for that, everybody. And she could be missing US Gymnastics for a period of time. By the way, I'll tell you about that. Hopefully she gets the help that she needs. Also, what are your thoughts on the American softball team losing to Japan 2-1? No, excuse me, 2-0. So that's all there was. It's not looking good there. Also, thoughts on U.S. women's volleyball team defeating China 2-0. That's what that. I just want to share, buddy. Your thoughts on U.S. women's b-ball defeating Nigeria 81-72. That's about that. I'll just want to share. That's all this needs to know on that. What are your thoughts on Jonas Valanciunas being traded to the Pelicans? By the way, thoughts about that. I'll just want to share. Everybody thinks some picks. By the way, thoughts about that. I'll just want to share. That's all this needs to know on that. What else? Kenny Moore around to the calls with the IndyCar driver Patricia Pato Award. Thoughts about that? I'll just want to share. That's all these need to know on that. Your thoughts on Cade Cunningham signing a multi-year offer with Nike? By the way, thoughts about that? This is before the NBA draft. Thoughts about that? I'll just want to share. That's all these need to know. Also, send your what's your thoughts on Delante Tiger Johnson for the U.S. boxing? He advances to the welterweight round and Tokyo Olympics. Don't talk about that. I'll just want to share. That's all these need to know on that. Also, everybody thoughts on April Ross and Alix Klineman defeating Spain. By the way, love thoughts about that. I'll just want to share. That's all you know with that, everybody. Also, what you thoughts? Send your brother wishes out to Triple H, Maya Rudolph, Julian McMahon, Vicoline, Castor, Walden, Taylor Schilling, Christopher Deere, A-Rod, Peggy Fleming, Jenkins, Young Dog, Tory Lanes, Vinny Harlow, Dolph Ziggler, Indiana Evans, Jordan Spieth, Critty Sman, and Fario Mock Doom. By the way, somebody brother wishes out tweets. We should just do some of that, right? That's all you need to know. I'll be back for more breaking news. Times 11 days. And also, sorry guys. Also this, so guys, latest on Deshaun Watson. Now 2 women have filed police complaints. Now 2 out of 10 women, 2 among 10 women have filed police reports to the Houston PD regarding Deshaun Watson, even though Deshaun Watson is still facing sexual assault and misconduct charges during bad therapy sessions. By the way, on that note, so this is all concerning D-Watts, by the way, but they didn't sue Watson at all, And there are new allegations against Deshaun Watson, by the way. A woman at 22 sued Watson for sexual assault and misconduct, by the way, during massage sessions. So there could be an arrest warrant looming up for Deshaun Watson, but it's very unclear if Deshaun Watson is ever being charged, nor he has not been arrested yet. So Deshaun Watson is being arrested and charged, by the way. He could be released from the Texans, I can tell you about that. But their Texans are considering to release him, by the way. They're probably not going to trade him, though, but I think it's safe to say that despite these 2 women filing 10 police reports to the Houston PD, I think there's going to be an arrest warrant looming up for Deshaun Watson. And if he's convinced of these charges, by any means necessary, he could be facing jail time for the rest of his life. That's all I got to say on that, everybody. And that's all there's you got to know. So that's all I got to say on that, everybody. That's going to do it right there for the Club Sports. We'll like subscribe to the Club Sports. We're YouTube on Facebook page, make no necessary. Be sure to send me comments, your thoughts, and I'll address them with smart. Sure, buddy. I'll be back from breaking news, top live these my songs, and a whole lot more than the Club Sports. With everything sports later, and there's you got notes. All got to say, take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.